Welcome, friends, family, honored guests, faculty, and graduates to the commencement exercise for the class of 2018 from Bonita Vista High School. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for our national anthem. Put your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the national anthem.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Once again, I'm Vince Cruz, the 2017-2018 ASB president. This last and final year of high school has been stressful yet eventful. From being captain of the football and track team, to ASB president, to a member of the vocal music department, and a Zoomies employee, it was definitely a struggle. Although it was a learning experience in the aspect of helping others grow and the true meaning of what a leader meant. I hope that the last experience of high school was memorable and one to cherish, and for all my peers and inspiring to the next generations to come. Through the journey, there was so much support that was given to me, and I wouldn't have done it without them, shaping me into the man I am right now. I would like to thank my family, especially my parents, Charmaine and Anthony Cruz, and my friends for endless support and love through every decision I made. Mr. Chris Alvarez and Miss Leona Jasmine for guiding me through leadership and bringing me to success. Mr. George LaFiguera for inspiring me to study kinesiology and pursue the career of physical therapy. Finally, Coach Joe Sheffield for athletically training me and becoming one of the top jumpers in San Diego, acting as a father figure to all his athletes and bringing inspiration to those around. This year, our school was fortunate to gain someone whom we all appreciate and admire, a scholar and athlete himself. He admittedly took his role as how we as a school can only succeed. He has talked, watched, and taught us all in his limited time here that we are all capable of achieving our dreams and implementing our goals, establishing his vision of a college-going culture and pursuing and encouraging us to higher levels. I know that Bonita is in great hands and can only get better. Ladies and gentlemen, may you please help me in thanking him for an awesome senior year and welcoming our principal, Dr. Roman Del Rosario.
Thank you, Vince. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Bonita Vista High's 50th commencement ceremony. It is truly an honor to be here with you today to celebrate the accomplishments of this special class of students. It is also my pleasure to welcome some special guests who are present for this special event. From the Sweetwater School Board of Trustees, Mr. Kevin Pike, who will be accepting this year's class. From the City of Chula Vista, our Councilman, Mr. John McCann. And from Sweetwater Union School District, Director of Leadership Development, Dr. Amy Illingsworth. From Bonita Vista High, this year's senior teachers, Ms. Shannon Bruce, Mr. Nor Nona, Mr. George La Figuera, and Mr. Gabe Garcia. From Bonita Vista High's administrative staff, assistant principals, Mr. Chris Alvarez, Ms. Jen Barker-Hines, Mr. Carlos Siragusa, and Mr. Chuck Quillen. From our counseling department, Ms. Olga Castro, Ms. Renela Calderon Magbuhubat, Ms. Lorena Lucero Mata, Mrs. Lorena Serrano, Mr. Brian Smith, and Ms. Rosa Tovar. And our IB coordinator, Mr. Jared Phelps. I would like to also recognize some special individuals and members of the Bonita Vista High staff who are retiring this year after dedicating many years of service to education to Sweetwater Union High School District. Our retirees are Linda Arisi, Jerome Cantwell, Lisa Acosta, Greg Raby, Lois Casson, Sandy McGinty, and Rochelle Brathwaite. On behalf of the Bonita Vista High School staff, students, and school community, thank you for making a difference in the lives of so many, many students. Also from the Bonita Vista faculty who have children graduating here today, Ms. Rhonda Addington, Mr. Stephen Abramovitz, Mr. Brian Bain, Ms. Rosa Tovar, Ms. Claudia Roman, Ms. Rebecca Llamas, Ms. Christina Croce, and our Bonita Vista Middle Principal, Teresa Kramer. Before we proceed with the ceremony, permit me to make a note of a few things to ensure that we have a dignified event for the benefit of all in attendance. There will be photographers taking pictures of the graduates as they receive their diplomas. The pictures will be available for purchase, and the company will contact you by mail. And also, for safety reasons, at the request of Chula Vista Police Department, it's imperative to keep all aisles and entrances clear. Please review all information on the last page of our program. Now, let me start with a question for all of you out there. Are there any Bonita Vista High School alumni in attendance today? So you already know, Bonita Vista High School has always been a special place for attendance, the arts, academics, as well as athletics. Bonita Vista High School continues setting the standard for excellence in all areas. This year, the class of 2018 greatly contributed to this high standard exceptionally well. For example, in the area of academics, we have 36 IB diploma candidates. We administered over 1,400 AP exams, and our senior class will be receiving over $4 million in grants and scholarships to continue their post-secondary education. Some examples: Sophia Reyes receiving $54,000 in an Air Force ROTC scholarship. She will be attending USC. This year we had the Teen of the Year winner, Jade Ferguson, who will be attending Georgetown University. Diego de la Rosa earned a James Casey Scholarship, a National Merit Special Scholarship for $10,000. He'll also be attending USC. Cherie Abramovitz was awarded the California Teacher Association Scholarship for Dependent Children for $5,000. Cherie will be attending UCSD. Also in academics, we had several seniors win at the County Science Fair, including Gilbert Nooner, Eileen Herrera, Natalie Sanchez, Honoko Oba, Emma Rand, Savannah Groom Castillo, Amanda Leon, Saraí Hernandez, Sofia Reyes, Layli Sakatova, and Jonathan Thatcher. More science fair participants than any school in the district. In the area of the arts, we had Sean Arce, Caitlin San Agustin, Mark Yanowski, and Cedric Vitug, all recognized from our school and district at our local district art shows. The Music Machine, Sound Unlimited, and the Concert Choir and Lady Tones all received numerous accolades, first place awards, and trophies, including superior ratings at various choral festivals and statewide competitions. From our vocal music department, we had Marissa Bustos, Gianna Gregorio, Shaylin Carr, all earning individual distinction for their performances. From Club Blue, we had another successful year, receiving numerous first place trophies throughout the season. Additionally, the Winter Guard won gold medal in their round at semifinals and brought home silver medal for the class in all of the Winter Guard Association of Southern California. In athletics, we had 4 league championships: boys cross country, girls water polo, girls basketball, and girls softball. CIF champs. No, CIF champs, we had 2 CIF champs, boys cross country and girls basketball. We had 3 players of the year: Juliana Pierce for girls water polo, Shyla Latone for girls basketball, and Isaiah Labra twice boys cross country and track athlete of the year. In addition, Isaiah has had perfect attendance every day since kindergarten through his senior year. We had over 130 senior student athletes make CIF All-American teams. And Shyla Latone broke the single game scoring record for all of San Diego County, scoring 76 points in 1 game. Now, before I say goodbye, I have one more job for you, seniors. The reality is that your life and future don't just belong to you. You have an obligation to gain knowledge. You can make the world a better place for every human being that lives in it. Education isn't just for you, it's your debt to our society. It's your debt to your ancestors, to those that love you and those who care about you. We owe so much to those who sacrifice for us. We are in debt to them, and our job is to pay that debt forward. By continuing your education, you become a better human being, a better father or mother, a better sister or brother, a better person. You must keep your obligation to gain knowledge in order to pay respect to all those who came before us and sacrifice so that we may have a chance for a better life. Now, there are many obstacles, so we have to be constantly vigilant. There are barriers and perceptions about who's smart and who can learn. I encourage every student not to be discouraged of what others think of you, but that you trust that you were made and created to be successful. You were made and created to make a contribution. We have to resist the obstacles, whether they are psychological or economic or sociological. Those barriers are there, but your job is to have confidence in yourself, and when the doors are closed, you find a new door. Class of 2018, I call on you to be who you are called to be. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, honored guests, parents, staff, and students. My name is Jared Phelps, and I'm the International Baccalaureate Diploma Program Coordinator here at Bonita Vista High. I make no reservations when I say that the IB Diploma Program is one of the most amazing educational opportunities that are made available to students in public schools. Part of what sets it in a league of its own is that it goes well beyond academics and into the development of these students as whole people. At the core of the IB is a desire for intentional, sustained growth. Whether or not we want to, we all change and grow, and we continue to do so throughout our lives. The students sitting before you in white robes and gold hoods are students who made a conscious commitment to intentional growth, both academic and personal. In order to be considered candidates for the IB Diploma, they were required to write a 4,000-word academic research paper, commit to a personal growth plan encompassing creativity, physical activity, and service-mindedness, and take a course in the theory of knowledge, as well as demonstrate depth and breadth of knowledge through 6 rigorous exams. The work they've done is impressive, but to me, what is more impactful than their academic achievements is their commitment to reflection on their own growth. I hope and pray that this commitment will be continued throughout their lives in order that they might bring lasting change in our world. At this time, I'd like to call the names of the 40 students who fulfilled the requirements of the IB Diploma Program. Candidates, if you would please stand and remain standing as I call your name. An audience, this will be challenging. If you could please hold your cheers and applause until all names have been called, we'll end up making a whole lot more noise at the end if we allow that energy to build through all of these names. So without further ado, the IB Diploma candidates for the class of 2018. Jenner Abdon, Kaylani Apasibli, Nadine Borum, Mihal Buxbaum, Alyssa Campbell, Lance Casiple, Madeline Castillo, Felipe Cuadros, Samantha Fakimi, Jade Ferguson, Savannah Fernandez, Cecilia Fridge, George Garcia, Daniela Garcia Arce, Jessica Gonzalez, Cameron Gregg, Michelle Greep, Ramiro Hampson Medina, Sarai Hernandez, Eileen Herrera, Eduardo Higuera Rodelo, Amanda Leon, Yesenia Leon, Tan Fun Lee, Carolina Miranda, Edgar Nava, Gilbert Neuner, Honoka Oba, Emma Rand, Sofia Reyes, Alexis Rincon, Vanessa Rodriguez, Gilbert Rosal, Layli Sakatova, Natalia Sanchez, Jonathan Thatcher Lieberberg, Simon Valancourt, Andrea Weisbord, Tariq Welbeck, and Mark Yanofsky. Please join me now in congratulating and honoring the class of 2018 IB Diploma candidates. Diploma candidates, you may now take your seats. In addition to being the IB Diploma Program Coordinator, I took over this year as the CSF Advisor, so you're stuck with me just a little bit longer. Founded in 1921, the California Scholarship Federation is the oldest scholarship institution in the state of California. CSF emphasizes high standards of scholarship and community service for California high school students. The California Scholarship Federation is an honorary academic society in which membership is based on excellent grades earned during high school. This year, 146 members of the Bonita Vista High School class of 2018 earned outstanding grades for at least 4 semesters of their last 6 and are now officially CSF Lifetime members. These Life members are distinguished by their gold stoles and CSF seal bearer pin. It is with great honor that I present to you this year's CSF Life members. So just like we did last time, students, please stand as I call your name and remain standing until all names have been called. Audience, just like last time, please hold your applause until all names have been called, at which point we'll honor all of them at once. Here we go. Anna Abaya, Jenner Abden, Shuri Abramowitz, Philip Alberti, Raquel Antos, Keilani Apasibli, Roberto Bayardo, Leah Selena Balaran, Samantha Bain, Bianca Bata Aguayo, Jasmine Beck, Monique Beck, Damian Marcus Beltran, Miko Benasso, Brianna Bertrand, Brittany Blas, Nadine Borum, Jillian Broma, Michal Buxbaum, Isaac Burrow, Santana Bustamante, Marissa Bustos, Daniel Calderon, Scarlett Cambaros, Alyssa Campbell, Armando Campos, Ruel Canceller, Lance Casiple, Fernando Castillo, Madeline Castillo, Ethan Castro, Luisa Castro, Andrea Sendejas, Raquel Coronado, Michael Cruz, Aja Chakowski, Brent D'Agostino, Ken Daplas, Enrique Davalos, Cody Davis, Kiara Nicole de Guzman, Diego de la Rosa, Victoria Delgado, Miranda Dillon, Alexandra Dunham, Alyssa Escamilla, Natalia Facundo, Samantha Fakimi, Jade Ferguson, Savannah Fernandez, Daniel Flores, George Flores Aratore, Matthew Fontemayor, Cecilia Fridge, Alina Frigerio Swain, Samuel Gabara, Dean Gamalinda, David Garcia, Daniela Garcia Arce, Bianca Gomez, Catherine Gomez, Cesar Gonzalez, Michelle Griep, Maria Angela Guevara, Dharma Gutierrez Romero, Tanner Hamilton, Ramiro Hampson Medina, Edward Hahn, Elizabeth Henry, David Hernandez, Cameron Herrera, Eduardo Higuera Rodelo, Lexus Huerta, Ashley Huggins, Ashley Hyun, Jenny Ibarra, Ariana Ilanga, Ina Ito, Abigail Hanabahal, Elizabeth Jantz, Mia Jimenez, Erica Karpensky, Nicole Kemmler, Julia King, Isaiah Labra, Alexander Lamoth Toland, Yesenia Leon, Ashley Livesey, Michael Lopez, Alejandro Luna, Jared Luzano, Justin Luzano, Euphemia Marinakis, Cassandra Marquez, Dylan Mazzarella, Allison McElveny, Alex Mendoza, Anthony Mendoza, Brittany Mendoza, Ariana Miranda, Lucas Mishke, Kailua Mijieski, Omar Moran, Kelly Murphy, Gilbert Neuner, Honoka Oba, Kylie Olson, Mia Padilla, Marina Pangilinan, David Parra, Gustavo Perez, Juliana Pierce, Ryan Pike, Alicia Posada, Daniel Powell, Ariana Cabrera, Nicole Ragadio, Caroline Ramirez, Maricris Ramirez, Emma Rand, Stephanie Ray, Sofia Reyes, Alejandro Rivera, Tristan Roach, Cassandra Rodriguez, Vanessa Rodriguez, Gilbert Rosal, Roberto Ruiz, Ellie Russell, Layli Sakatova, Josue Solano, Mariali Solano, Abigail Sosa Ramos, Sarah Suarez, Kathy Tang, Alan Thatch, Eduardo Tovar, Marco Ugarte, Julia Urbina, Edith Urquillo, Simon Valancourt, Cedric Vitug, Alina Vizcaya Reyes, Amy Wu, Tony Gabriel Zabala, and Diva Zakua Barajas. Please join me in congratulating them. Congratulations, CSF Life members. Please take your seats.
The Salutatorian is selected on the basis of having the second highest rank in his or her graduating class. With a total GPA of 4.64, this distinction is assigned to 2 students, Mr. Gilbert Muner, who will then be followed by Mr. Gilbert Rosal.
I'd like to start by thanking all the parents, family members, and teachers who came here today for our graduation. Mom, thanks for giving me a desire to pursue knowledge for the sake of knowledge. Dad, thanks for teaching me to always take personal responsibility and to never be a victim. Grandma, Grandpa, and Uncle Paul, thanks for traveling from the distant land of Missouri to attend this graduation ceremony. Also, big congratulations to all of the seniors who are graduating today. We did it, guys. Now, you may be wondering, did Gilbert bring his Rubik's Cube? Well, here it is. If I can finish this speech with 30 seconds to spare, then maybe I'll solve it for you guys one last time. When I was in the 8th grade, there was a huge debate in my household whether I should go to Eastlake or Bonita for high school, because I went to Eastlake Middle. Well, as you might be able to guess right now, my parents decided that I would go to Bonita. I was really upset about this at first. Believe it or not, as a freshman, I was a bit of a loner for a while. But over time, it became clear that transferring to Bonita was the right choice. Bonita has the IB program and the speech and debate club, both of which have completely changed my life trajectory. Equally importantly, the student population at Bonita is extremely welcoming. I'm glad to have met many lifelong friends during my time here. You know who you are. One friend who I have to mention is my co-salutatorian, Gilbert Rosal. Excuse me, technical difficulties here. I remember when I discovered that there was someone with my first name in Dr. Mardall's first period, freshman year. To my horror, he was also extremely smart and popular. And this is the only time that I will willingly admit this, but I was really jealous. I had no idea that he and I would become best friends by our senior year. Gil, thanks for being a great rival and an even better friend. Also, thanks for letting me block all your shots when we play basketball. I am also grateful to have had several spectacular teachers. Every teacher I have had here has been invested in the education and well-being of their students. However, I would like to point out 3 teachers who have been especially impactful to me. The first teacher I ever had at Bonita was Dr. Mardall. Dr. Mardall is the human embodiment of positivity. She challenged me to take every science class that Bonita offered, and if it weren't for that conversation, I probably wouldn't be up here speaking. Also, thanks for the help with science fair. You have been inspirational. Next, I'd like to thank Mr. Helly, even though he's not here since he's on a hike. Mr. Helly has given me a platform to speak and an excuse to study philosophy with speech and debate. And in English class, he has gracefully accepted my need to challenge authority. Mr. Helly, thanks for dealing with my antics. Last and not least, Mr. Phelps has been my math teacher for pretty much all 4 years of high school. I was pretty stoked to meet someone who was as passionate for math as I was. If I ever wanted to have a conversation about the isomorphism between a rotational group of an icosahedron and the group of even permutations of 5 objects, the first person, and actually the only person who I would call, would be Mr. Phelps. Thanks for being my mentor and friend. I will be attending UCLA in the fall to pursue a double major in math and economics. Go Bruins! And that's right, Diego De La Rosa, Bruins are better than Trojans. But since I have two sisters still attending Bonita, Catherine and Ursula, I'll be stopping by a lot. I hope to see you guys from time to time. So, I think I'm doing pretty well on time, so I'm gonna sign out now with one last Rubik's Cube solve as a Baron. Thanks everyone for an amazing senior year. See you later, guys.
Love you too. Good afternoon, families, staff, and class of 2018. As previously mentioned, my name is Gilbert Rosal, and I am honored to stand here before all of you and reflect on our high school experience. After 4 years of painstaking work, the time for our graduation has finally come. Like many of you, even as I stand on this stage, it still feels surreal. Oh, wait, there it is. These last 4 years have gone by far too fast, and through all the friendships, growth, and education, it'll be a part of my life I will truly miss. If high school taught me anything, it was that you should never hesitate to confront your fears, never undervalue hard work, and never underestimate the power of community. I remember when I first entered high school, one fear plagued my mind. Was I going to be able to live up to expectations? I'm sure many of you can relate to this feeling, where you didn't feel good enough compared to others. My brother had many accomplishments under his belt, ranging from maintaining a perfect GPA to being a well-rounded and polished debater. Throughout most of my freshman year, insecurity dominated my thoughts. Questions of whether I was going to be smart enough, good enough, successful enough to follow in his footsteps. I did everything thinking that I had to do as good, if not better than my brother. I was petrified, thinking that my next move would lead to failure, leaving me in his shadow. But with the support of my family, teachers, and peers, I realized that I was unique and destined to follow my own path. Instead of letting this fear of imperfection or failure paralyze us, we must let it drive us forward, because the feeling of overcoming the insurmountable is second to none. Now, being high schoolers, I'm sure we can all relate when I say that there were far too many times where do tomorrow was the mantra. I decided to join speech and debate freshman year to learn how to be more disciplined and battle against the monster that is procrastination. Although I have seen moderate success in this activity, it wasn't always like this. My lack of commitment and excessive procrastination held me back my freshman year. But I had an epiphany. Sophomore year, I committed myself to the club and was able to refine my craft in both public speaking and debating. I prepared my speeches weeks before rather than the day of, and it paid dividends. Through hard work and discipline, we can become successful in any activity we pursue with enough time. And for all of you that saw me mouthing words to myself or yelling at a wall, I'm not crazy, I swear. I was just practicing. Now, come senior year, call me a diamond, because I was under a lot of heat and pressure. Let's face it, there's been at least one time or another where we felt like we were drowning, whether it be because of countless homework assignments, rigorous sporting programs, familial responsibilities, or difficult extracurriculars. But here we are now, standing tall against the waves of the past. Personally, I wouldn't have been able to get here without the community around me. Challenge and rigor turned us into comrades on the battlefield of the mind as we pushed each other through the times where we felt like a rolling stone. I found that group that I always wanted. I felt connected, like I belonged. So thank you to all of you who helped me feel a part of something bigger. Although I entered high school thinking I could do everything on my own, I left it, understanding that the people around you can give you the strength to get through the most troubling times. Upon reflection, there are a couple of people I would like to thank. First and foremost, I would like to thank my parents for guiding me down the right path and sharing endless love. They always say that I was the one who did all the hard work, but without them, I wouldn't have had the motivation to succeed. They pushed me to excel, which I am eternally grateful for. They are the true superstars. I would also like to thank my brother and sister for always giving me a reason to smile and laugh. I love you, Jobert. And Sophia, even if they got on my nerves a couple times. I would like to thank all of my peers, especially Simon Valancourt, Gilbert Neuner, and Tay Lee, for sticking by my side even when I was occasionally annoying. And lastly, join me in applauding the amazing Bonita Vista High School staff. Especially Mr. Halley, Mr. Chan, Dr. Mardal, and Mr. Phelps for pushing everyone towards excellence. As this speech comes to a close, one concept comes to mind when I think of our future. In Martin Luther King Jr.'s letter from Birmingham jail, he discusses society's perception of time. Many think that time is inherently positive, or that it'll heal all wounds. For example, if I get a cut, then with time, it'll heal. But in reality, time is neutral. Whether or not it's positive or negative is dependent on us. We are the ones who give time its meaning. So as you step into the exciting, vast, and uncertain unknown future, make sure your time on this earth is meaningful and strive to leave a positive imprint on history, like Martin Luther King Jr. did, even if it starts at the individual by individual level. We have the power to make momentous changes, whether it be through the sports field, classroom, or workplace. We just need to use it. With this in mind, I have but two things left to say. First of all, Gilbert Neuner, make sure you check your ankles. Second, congratulations, class of 2018. In the words of prolific author Tom Wolfe, we are on the bus. Thank you, everyone, and have a wonderful day.
The valedictorian is selected on the basis of having the highest rank in his or her graduating class. With an extremely impressive GPA of 4.67, this high honor goes to Amy Wu.
Hello. A fun fact that I learned while writing this speech, well, actually, move this down. It's a little bit more fact than fun, but it's that the word valedictorian originates from a Latin term that means to say goodbye. Ironically, I've never been good at goodbyes. As it stands, my track record ranges from avoiding them at all costs to running away. So I'm going to try and resist the urge to run off of this stage. But in all honesty, I never expected to be standing at this podium addressing the student body I've been honored and humbled to love these past 4 years. I feel the quote that best sums me up is in Princess Diaries when Mia Thermopolis says, "My expectation in life is to be invisible, and I'm good at it." And yet, here I am. This is truly a goodbye that to this moment I struggle to deliver. It's almost impossible to wrap my head around the fact that the very moment and goal that we've been waiting for our whole entire lives has finally arrived. I expected to be excited, not just over the moon excited, but over the Milky Way excited. And yet, that is far from the truth. In true teenage fashion, I procrastinated writing this speech for over a month, hoping that my feelings of discontent at what's meant to be the time of my life would fade, allowing me to give the uplifting and inspiring address that you all deserve. But I respect everyone standing before me way too much to plaster on a fake smile and waste your time with empty words. In our current social climate, I feel we faced an uprising of condescension aimed at minimizing our experiences and our right to an opinion. So I prefer to begin my adulthood with honesty versus complacency. So I'm going to be real. I wanted so badly to be the epitome of put together today. I wanted to be elated about college. I wanted to know what I would study. I wanted to drop the 20 pounds that I've been promising to drop since 2012. And I wanted to know the secret to life that is the key to success, because that's what I thought I had to be today. Spoiler alert, I didn't complete any of those tasks. I did, however, gain a superpower that we're going to keep secret between all of us. So when the clock strikes midnight, I gain the inhuman agility and silence that allows me to sneak downstairs and ransack my fridge and eat food that is, for sure, not meant for me. So I guess I'm saying that I have the fantastic power of transforming myself into the raccoon that steals your food at night without any shame or guilt. So feel free to sign me up for the next Avengers movie. But all jokes aside, it was during one of these late night, not so guilty binges that I was sitting on the tile floor when I came to a realization. So in my assignment, I was eating ice cream, and I chucked it over my shoulder because I realized, gosh darn it, Amy, if you expect a burnt-out 17-year-old girl clogging her arteries at 2 a.m. to have figured out life, you're an idiot. Your only job is to figure out you and go from there. Truth be told, all my life, I've wanted to be so many things for so many people. But the one thing I've never yearned to be was me for myself. I was happier sitting on that floor eating ice cream than I was when I found out I was valedictorian. I think because a part of me felt I didn't deserve the honor. How could I be the voice to this amazing group of diverse, talented thinkers and future earth shakers that we're here to celebrate when I've yet to find my own? I think at some point, we may sacrifice parts of ourselves or something we deem more important. Or we may doubt ourselves because we don't think we're following what society determines is our destiny. But who is society or anyone else to tell us who or at what points in our lives we're supposed to have completed X, Y, and Z? Our reality is never that simple, and it rarely follows our plans or meets our expectations. The one thing you can count on and protect for the rest of your life is your relationship with yourself. So live on your own terms, because you're a dynamic individual who is continually growing and shaping yourself, and that cannot be contained by any predetermined path you may feel you need to hold yourself accountable to. So I ask that you find and stay true to yourself, because nothing is more powerful or unbreakable than a strong sense of self. Today for me isn't necessarily a goodbye, but rather a really awkward and long time coming hello to myself. Goodbyes are hard, but I'd rather think of this as a thank you to all of the peers, mentors, and loved ones who saw us and inspired us by simply being the hardest thing you can be in high school and in life, yourself. I can't think of another group I'll miss more dearly. So you know that moment when class is almost over, so everyone starts to pack up, and then everyone gets in this really weird half-sitting, half-squatting position, and they're all eyeing the door, Eye of the Tiger is probably playing in their heads, and then the bell rings, but the teacher stops you all and goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, the bell does not dismiss you, I dismiss you." Well, now I know what it's like to be the teacher. But don't worry, I'm only going to take your time for a couple more seconds. I just have a few closing remarks. I am incredibly proud of all of you, as are the people who are sweltering in these bleachers today and all of those that are sitting next to you. I wish you all the very best and every happiness as you go on to define yourself and the world that you will invariably change. Congratulations and thank you.
And now it's my distinct honor to introduce our distinguished board member, Mr. Kevin Pike. Mr. Pike earned a degree in business administration at the University of San Diego State, University of San Diego. He worked for the city of Chula Vista for 30 years as a recreational supervisor and police officer. During his tenure as a police officer, he spent 12 years as a school resource officer and as a detective for the Family Protection Unit. Kevin worked with the district and school officials to ensure that students were in safe learning environments. He also taught classes in gang awareness and juvenile law in elementary and high schools. He is an advocate for students, parents, and staff, and will support best practices for safety and learning at the Sweetwater Union High School District. In addition, Kevin wants the new board to be open, honest, and accountable, and he will work hard to restore the integrity of the district. Mr. Pike, as principal of Bonita Vista High School, I certify that the graduates before you today have met all requirements set by the Sweetwater Union High School District Board of Trustees and qualify for a high school diploma.
Thank you, Dr. Del Rosio. On behalf of the Board of Trustees and the Sweetwater Administration, it's an honor to receive the Bonita Vista High School class of 2018. I know that this day has been a long time coming for many of you. It's a real pleasure for me to share this special occasion and be part of seeing you off. This outstanding class has achieved innumerable successes. Let's take a moment to remember all the great accomplishments you have achieved this year and remember them with great pride. These achievements are a reflection of a lot of hard work by students who rose to the challenge of demanding curriculum. But we also want to recognize the efforts and support you received the past 4 years from an excellent faculty and staff here at Bonita Vista High. You are leaving Bonita Vista High with the skills and the foundation you need to reach your future goals. As you take a big step toward your future today, I encourage you to put your talent, energy, and effort into the new opportunities awaiting you. Doctor, you want to come back up here and we'll accept the class.
So they're going to walk in front. They walk in front. Yeah.
Vince Cruz.
Amanda Leon.
Viviana Estrada.
Yesenia Leon.
Amy Wu.
Tae Fong Lee.
Gilbert Nooner.
Edgar Nava.
Gilbert Rosal.
Honoka Oba.
Jenner Abden.
Emma Rand.
Keilani Apacible.
Sofia Reyes.
Nadine Borum.
Vanessa Rodriguez.
Michal Buxbaum.
Layli Sakatova.
Alyssa Campbell.
Natalia Sanchez.
Lance Cosiple.
Jonathan Thatcher.
Madeline Castillo.
Simon Valancourt.
Felipe Cuadros.
Andrea Wasteboard.
Samantha Fakimi.
Mark Yanofsky.
Jade Ferguson.
Tyreek Welbeck.
Savannah Fernandez.
Anna Abaya.
Cecilia Fridge.
Cherie Abramovitz.
Jorge Garcia.
Philip Alberti.
Daniela Garcia Arce.
Raquel Antos.
Jessica Gonzalez.
Roberto Bayardo.
Cameron Gregg.
Leah Baluran.
Michelle Greep.
Samantha Bain.
Ramiro Hampson Medina.
Bianca Aguayo.
Saraí Hernandez.
Jasmine Beck.
Eileen Rosales.
Monique Beck.
Eduardo Higuera.
Miranda Dillon.
Damien Beltran.
Alexandra Dunham.
Miko Benazo.
Alyssa Escamilla.
Brianna Bertrand.
Natalia Facundo.
Brittany Blas.
Daniel Flores.
Jillian Broma.
Matthew Fontemayor.
Isaac Burrow.
Alina Frigerio Swain.
Santana Bustamante.
Samuel Gabara.
Marisa Bustos.
George Flores Alatorre.
Daniel Calderon.
Dean Gamalinda.
Scarlett Camberos.
David Garcia.
Armando Campos.
Bianca Gomez.
Roel Canciller.
Catherine Gomez.
Fernando Castillo.
Cesar Gonzalez.
Ethan Castro.
Maria Guevara.
Fernanda Castro.
Dharma Gutierrez Romero.
Andrea Sendejas.
Tanner Hamilton.
Raquel Coronado.
Edward Hahn.
Michael Cruz.
Elizabeth Henry.
Aisha Chakowski.
David Hernandez.
Brent D'Agostino.
Cameron Herrera.
Ken Daplas.
Lexus Huerta.
Enrique Dávalos.
Ashley Huggins.
Cody Davis.
Ashley Hune.
Kiara de Guzman.
Rebecca Ibarra.
Diego de la Rosa.
Ariana Ilanga.
Victoria Delgado.
Kylie Olsen.
Ina Ito.
Mia Padilla.
Abigail Hanabahal.
Michaelani Pangilinan.
Elizabeth Jantz.
David Para.
Mia Jimenez.
Gustavo Perez.
Erika Karpinski.
Juliana Pierce.
Nicole Kemmler.
Ryan Pike.
Julia King.
Alicia Posada.
Isaiah Labra.
Daniel Powell.
Alexander Lamont Toland.
Ashley Livesay.
Ariana Cabrera.
Ashley Livesay.
Nicole Regadio.
Michael Lopez Jr.
Caroline Ramirez.
Alejandro Luna.
Marie Chris Ramirez.
Jared Luzano.
Stephanie Ray.
Justin Luzano.
Alejandro Rivera. Tristan Roach.
Efthymia Marinakis.
Cassandra Rodriguez.
Cassandra Marquez.
Roberto Ruiz.
Dylan Mozzarella.
Ellie Russell.
Allison McElvany.
Josue Solano.
Alex Mendoza.
Mariali Solano.
Anthony Mendoza.
Abigail Sosa.
Brittany Mendoza.
Sarah Suarez.
Ariana Miranda.
Kathy Tang.
Lucas Miche.
Alan Thatch.
Miji Eski.
Kailua Mijieski.
Eduardo Tovar.
Omar Moran.
Cassandra Arriaga.
Kelly Murphy.
Lauren Arvisu.
Marco Ugarte.
Spencer Atiga.
Julia Urbina.
Aiden Avila.
Edith Urquijo.
Ana Aviles.
Cedric Victug.
Robert Aviles.
Alina Vizcaya Reyes.
Eric Ayala.
Tony Zabala.
Robbie Baloy.
Diva Sekua.
Nicholas Ballo.
Leonardo Acebo.
Brandon Barajas.
Raquel Ackerman.
Brando Barbosa.
Toshin Agbede.
Ramiro Betterton.
Stephanie Aguiniga.
Xander Bennett. Castillo Bennett.
Carlo Aguirre Solórzano.
Adina Blea.
Semen Aljaber.
Alia Bogil.
Cynthia Alarcón.
Natalie Bojorquez.
Tomás Alarcón Jr.
Kayla Bolton.
Emerson Alatorre.
Andrea Borbon Robles.
Jared Alegado.
Yasmin Borgi.
Giovanna Alfaro.
Maharlika Bolin.
Joseph Alvarez.
Rebecca Boyd.
Vania Alvarez.
Michael Bravo,
Dagmawit Ambaye,
Sochi Bravo,
Christopher Anderson,
Kenneth Brevig,
Patrick Anderson,
Armando Brewer,
Alan Arce,
Vivian Castellanos,
Sean Arce,
Cruz Castillo,
Brandon Arellano,
Bianca Castro,
Tony Brito,
Elsa Castro,
Dominic Brown,
Alex Chacon,
Dalbury Buchanan,
Ian Chain,
Jasmine Burgos,
Kendall Chase,
Victoria Bush,
Daniel Chavez Jr.,
Isaiah Butler,
Noah Chavez,
Monique C. DeBaca,
Valeria Chavez,
Jaime Cabazuela,
Juliana Cherry,
Gabriela Camacho,
Joseph Chilton,
Ashley Camarena,
Sabrina Converse,
Jocelyn Camarena,
Alyssa Cordero,
Wilson Camarce,
Valeria Corona,
Bella Campos,
Julian Cota,
David Campos,
Parker Courtney,
Andrew Campos Rodriguez,
Jesse Crowell,
Joseph Cantwell,
Alexis Cruz,
Paul Coeli,
Reyes Cruz,
Vanessa Carvajal,
Areli Cubillas Cisneros,
Francisco Carvajal,
Miranda Davila,
Patrick Carson,
Carla de Alba,
Jonathan Casillas,
Maria de Hoyos,
Corina Casillas,
Sebastián de Orduna,
Alyssa Casper,
Myra Del Real,
Samuel Castañeda,
Joshua Figueroa,
Victor Api Chavez,
Carla Figueroa,
Eduardo Delgado,
Jarek Figuración,
Isaac Delgado,
Kendall Fisher,
Anastasia De Filippis,
Alexia Flores,
Cristian Díaz,
Angel Flores,
Francisco Díaz,
Brianna Flores,
Isabela Díaz,
Elijah Flores,
Isabela Díaz Short,
Gabriel Flores,
Dakota Dixon,
Giovanni Flores,
Kimiliu de la Rosa,
Savannah Flores,
Emily Dominguez,
Franklin Forbes II,
Christopher Donsbach,
Adriana Franco,
Sara Dueñas,
David Franco,
Laura Dueñas Díaz,
Reiko French,
Savannah Duran,
Lawrence Gayona,
Julia Edwards,
Alexa Garcia,
Kenya Azarel Elias,
Andrea Garcia,
Santiago Elizondo,
Andrea Garcia,
Jocelyn Escamilla Solórzano,
Benjamin Garcia.
Alisa Espino.
Eric Garcia.
Sharice Escobar.
Frida Garcia.
Chanel Esparza. Janine Espinosa.
Samantha Garcia.
Victoria Esquivel.
Steven Garcia.
Montserrat Esteves.
Tránsito Garcia.
Jonathan Duarte.
Mercedes Garcia Hernandez.
Daniel Garrett.
Haley Hernandez.
Axel Gastelum.
Isaac Hernandez.
Cheyenne Gina.
Joseph Hernandez.
Jemelyn Geske Quaresma.
Kenya Hernandez.
Noah Glick.
Adriana Aliceda.
Michaela Goebel.
Citlali Hernandez.
Christopher Gogi Jr.
Raymond Hernandez Jr.
Luis Gonzalez.
Galilea Hernandez Del Muro.
Jose Gonzalez.
Carolina Hernandez Espinosa.
Cameron Gordon.
Oscar Olguin.
David Guerrero Jr.
Sebastian Ormachea.
Jemima Guisa Cuevas.
Michael Heitch.
Jonathan Graves.
Elisa Garcia.
Drukar Graham.
Joshua Ibasco.
Jonathan Guerra.
Giovanna Aikida.
Ezra Guerrero.
Andrea Insunza.
Nadia Gutierrez.
Cameron Jackson.
Randy Hallmark III.
Elena Aramillo.
Brandon Hastings.
Christina Jauregui.
Haley Hayes.
Joshua Jimenez.
Ana Hernandez.
Yaritza Jimenez.
Carmen Hernandez.
Michael Jimenez Poblete.
Erika Hernandez.
Shavari Johnson.
Daniel de la Toba.
Alexis Johnston.
Trevor Karpinski.
Manuel Martinez.
Carlos Knapp.
Victor Magallanes.
Kyle Kramer.
Alyssa Magana.
Ethan Lamprecht.
Timothy Magbo.
Shyla Latone.
Danelli Mendeville.
Taylor Laughter.
Francisco Maruenda.
Silvia Leon.
Esteban Martinez.
Alejandro Linares.
Isaiah Martinez.
Adrian Llamas.
Stephanie Martinez.
Peter Locke IV.
Jasmine Martinez Romero.
Joanna Lona.
Ashley Masserine.
Isabela Lopez.
Tristan Marcelo.
Kurt Lopez.
Lauren Mata.
Lauren Lopez.
Keegan May.
Angel Lopez Izárraga III.
Rosalind McAllister.
Lindsay Lorenzana.
Jason McCann.
Jake Loyola.
Jordan McDaniel.
Jennifer Lozano.
Angelica McKnight. Diego Medellin.
Nielsen Liu.
Isabella Medina.
Rodrigo Luna.
Alan Medina.
Michael Macias.
Gustavo Mendez III.
Jesse Machado.
Leonardo Mesa Ramirez.
Marla Madrigal.
Antonio Miller.
Ashley Madsen.
Jacob Miranda.
Benjamin Diaz.
Franz Mischke.
Anthony Montenegro.
Michelle Moneda.
Faith Mora.
Sebastian Ortiz.
Giselle Morales Nunez.
Frida Ortiz Mendoza.
Jeremiah Moriel.
Kiana Ortiz.
Cade Mueller.
Madison Piscini.
Alfonso Muñoz.
Karen Palomera.
Trina Moroca.
Elva Patron Soto.
Carrington Nieves.
Christopher Paulo.
Martin Nedev.
Ivan Pedrosa Jr.
Gabriela Negrete.
Andres Perez Rivas.
Chanel Noces.
Michael Perry Jr.
Antonio Noguez.
Jacob Peters.
Julienne Noveda.
Noah Peterson.
Andre Núñez.
Isabella Pimentel.
Marlene Núñez.
Oscar Plazola.
José Oliva.
Melina Ponce.
Jared Olivar.
Venecia Ponce.
Anthony Olivera.
Mariana Posada.
Sebastián Olivo.
Evan Poston.
Brianna Olszewski.
Tori Preventure.
Renee Ontiveros.
Catherine Cazada.
Nicole Orozco.
Diego Quilantan.
Daniel Ortiz.
Anthony Quintero.
Esteban Rey.
Tiffany Quintero. Maria Ramirez Rubalcava.
Melanie Rossi.
Manuel Ramos Jr.
Mario Muñoz.
Samuel Sains.
Amanda Daniel Reyes.
Evan Salas.
Julian Rios.
Alina Salcero.
Roberto Rios.
Caitlin San Agustin.
Victoria Rios.
Eileen Sanchez.
Charlotte Roberts.
Ashley Sanchez.
Darren Robertson.
Brianna Sanchez.
Diana Rodriguez.
Grace Sanchez.
Fabián Rodríguez.
Jaime Sanchez.
Itzel Rodríguez.
Natalia Sanchez Limon.
Nicolás Rodríguez.
Raven Santos.
Ariel Romer.
Olivia Saunders.
Adam Roman.
Beyonce Segovia.
Alexander Robinson.
Kyle Serrano.
Abraham Romero.
Ricardo Serrano.
Irvin Romero Martinez.
Jesus Silva.
Michael Rose.
Samantha Sinks.
Billy Ray Rose.
Kylie Cisan,
Brandon Rubio.
Charlene Smith,
Samuel Ruelas.
Joshua Solis,
Zobrina Rutledge.
Fernando Sousa Sanchez,
Oscar Ryan.
Daniel Stansberry,
Catalina Tuavo.
Angel Stevens Boyts,
Catherine Tan.
Taj Stewart,
Naizumo Tateishi.
Sophia Pamasiris,
Travis Taubi.
Sergio Uribe,
Giancarlo Tiscareño Prieto.
Manuel Vera,
Peyton Toledo.
Denise Vera Romo,
Lauren Tordera.
Julian Villagomez,
Jorge Torres.
Abigail Villalobos,
Kyle Torres.
Brianna Villalobos,
Ricardo Torres.
Brianna Villalba,
Stephanie Torres.
Luis Villaseñor,
Victoria Torres.
Marcela Villanueva,
Alexandra Torres Araiza.
Michael Williams Jr.,
Victoria Uratani.
Joe Willardson Jr.,
Leonardo Valdez Jr.
Allison Webb,
Nicholas Valencia.
Samantha Whiteman,
Clarissa Valenzuela.
Matthew Wade,
Isabella Bantasso.
Michael Wade,
Ivan Vargas.
Tidarius Wallace,
Diego Vasquez.
Homelani Williams,
Luis Vasquez.
Chloe Wong,
Edith Vega.
Sydney Wilson,
Eric Vela.
Brandon Withrow,
Chantel Velasquez.
And Paul Trento.
Samuel Yorkwitz,
Paul Trento.
Good job, good work, girl. Yeah, he didn't have it. His name is Paul Trento.
Jayanth Yalamanchi, David Young, Ignacio Vizcarra, David Uriar,
The moving of the tassel symbolizes the end of our high school years and the beginning of our futures as high school graduates. At the moment we move our tassels from right to left, we will be official graduates of Bonita Vista High School. Please stand. On the count of three, will the graduating class of 2018 of Bonita Vista High School move their tassels from right to left. 1, 2, 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, I proudly present to you the high school graduating class of 2018.